who wrote a play called Six Characters in Search of an Author. DVD Prelude to a Film is searching for a producer and an innovative director who, like Vittorio De Sica, Hard Times after World War II, used non-professional actors in his famous film Bicycle Thief. For lack of funds, non-professionals. Here, talent search first among the diverse residents of Poughkeepsie, and we're all in the novel, all the different ethnic group. Talent, not to mention the talent among the students of the local colleges. And now it's time to open the book. From now on, I'll be reading Camilla's words. Not every, not every page, of course. And to hurry the story along, I'll say a few words of mine. After what happened to me today, I, Camilla Delibris, will be writing everything that's going on in my life. I need to do this because my life will be drastically different from my old one. In a way, it scares me. What I did today felt like walking out of a cozy, nice peopled, familiar place that protected me and into uncharted territory, alone. I wanted to get out, of course. Nobody pushed me to face these new challenging problems that must be solved by me and only me. All this on top of my old lingering unsolved big one. By putting it in words, I'll be better able to see the whole picture of my existence more clearly. I've always loved written words, wherever they were. Now my own will help me do the right thing, choose the best choice for myself. I hope so.
Okay, that's it. Perfect, Mama.
Some other time we could come over here.
Mama, okay, fine, yeah, but Mama, it's very problem.
Listen. Could you take a breath? The interview. So, Camilla Delibris, you state here in your letter of application for a position of reference librarian that you always wanted to be a librarian and work in a public library. This was said to me by the director of the new Pastures Public Library, Catherine Van Veld, in a low, shaky voice, a woman in her late 60s, not in the best of health. Oh yes, I always wanted to be a librarian. I always felt at home in the library, a quiet place with books to read. I needed this job to be free, to get a feeling of personal freedom. For all my 27 years, I had always been under the protection of my doting parents, lately under the protection of my boyfriend Chris and his extended family in Brooklyn. I felt crowded upon. Oh, I needed this job. It meant coming home to yourself. It meant coming home, yes, to yourself, not having to explain in detail what my day had been like. except to my cats, of course, Misty and Queen Soraya. Maybe I had to prove something to myself, that I could take care of myself, that I wasn't afraid to be by myself. I said passionately, I love books. There is no frigate like a book to take you. Why do you want to work in a public library? If you love books, you could work in a bookstore, Catherine Van Veld asked me. The answer came out almost on its own, because a public library must be in a community. Free books for a free people, for a culture, a civilization. I want to be part of it. Delibris, are you interested in the French and Indian War? And what do you know about it? The French and Indian War? Oh, I'm very interested in the French and Indian War. I really wasn't all that interested. My brother, the historian journalist, was. He had brought it to my attention. I repeated some of his words. The American frontier, the wilderness, so important in America and world history. It gives us Americans a taste for freedom. I saw the last of the Mohicans. Bless you, Camilla Delibris. I've long waited for a librarian like you. You see, my ancestors fought in this war. My favorite, William Van Veld, in a portrait in my home. You'll have to come there and see him. Hired Camilla Delibris. Welcome to the staff of the NPP Library. I'm putting you in charge of the project for the commemoration of the French and Indian War. She called Susan Westerly and Mary Patterson and told them about me. And then this is what she said. And now, Susan, Mary, take this young librarian, Camilla Delibris, to lunch and regale her with tales of the lively life at the new Pastures Public Library. taken me to Milanese, the famous restaurant on Main Street, Milanese. Milanese reminds me so much of the Capriello restaurant, with Roberto Milanese playing the accordion, just like my Chris at Capriello. Elegant set tables at Milanese, a delight to the eye, and the fragrant aroma of authentic Italian fine food, a delight to the palate. Greeted by smiling, attentive waitresses and Latino waiters. Oh, dining room filled with even more smiling patrons chatting away between bites. Moreover, even a touch of hospitality with the husband and wife coming around to ask, is everything fine? Tutto bene? A hearty answer, fine, fine. Food, wine, laughter, music continuously. In contrast, Mary wasn't laughing, but she did keep on downing white wine. Orders given to regale the young librarian with tales of the lively life at the new Pastures Public Library. She sneered, not touching the Friday special of shrimp scampi and a bed of arboreal rice. The director left out the stalkers, harassers, smelly, homeless, no security guards, so call them. Stop it, Mary. Camilla, don't listen to her, interrupted Susan, glaring at Mary. It's the wine talking. Camilla, actually, you'll like it there during the French and Indian War. And the staff is professional with a good team spirit. The library will probably close soon. Turned into high-priced condos. I tried not to listen to Mary, and me too, eating the good shrimp and rice. Listen to the beautiful music of Roberto playing. But Mary's continuous negative words made me wonder if I had made the right choice at this point in my life. So then and there at Milanese, I made the decision to give the new Pastures Public Library the usual 100 days. But then, after 100 days, I should be able to make a choice for the rest of my life.
What do you...
A few sample days, specials. Mary took me to the Van Velde mansion to get some books on the French and Indian War, driving along Van Velde Place. I was enchanted with whimsical Victorian mansions built by the rich industrialists in the last half of the 19th century. A fairyland on the Hudson. The best, the Van Velde mansion. That's where I saw William Van Velde for the first time in the portrait. I stared up at him, this sweet-faced young soldier from the French and Indian War, 1758. Still under some kind of enchantment, I fell in love with him, calling him my sweet William. Many days pass, most good, like the time a lovely Afro-American girl named Flower Fiore comes into the library. Unlike Camilla, speaking a fluent Italian, also Sinclair, a Civil War reenactor and Mary's boyfriend. And of course, handsome Massimo Flaviani from Rome. And this, he also tells her that the American Empire is doomed to fall like the ancient Roman Empire unless some ways are changed. But there are also sad days, especially at the Van Velt mansion. Close to day 100. Relatives and friends came up to see me and to see the heights of the sites, the historic sites of Poughkeepsie and the mid-Hudson Valley. I took them to Hyde Park and to see, most of all my relatives from Friuli, to film the mosaic of the Hudson Valley. The mosaic pieces were made in Spilimbergo, Friuli, Italy, and they were very happy to see that. And then later to take some films and pictures of Eleanor and Franklin, the statues of them.